Boom, we are live. Welcome, family. Welcome to Crypto Cliffnotes. We're back at it again with another live stream. What we're going to be talking about today, as you can see in the description, we're going to be talking about some exclusive news. We're going to be going over some analysis, on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum's actually pumping right now. Love to see it. We had a very interesting week last week. I know I said Cardano at $3. Didn't quite get there, but I have some faith that we're going to see that mark this week. We have some really cool NFT platforms that we're going to be showing you guys. We've been doing some real deep research the last couple of days, and me and Pat honestly been talking every single day about this stuff, and it's pretty cool. What there is and what's happening in the crypto world. You see 12-year-olds making hundreds and thousands of dollars just creating some type of art. And we're going to go into that today. But again, if you guys don't know, we do have a giveaway going on until the 10th of September. So about 2 weeks from now, not even 2 weeks, we have a giveaway. We're giving away a Ledger Nano S. Please check the description down below. For those details, you must follow the YouTube, you must follow our Telegram chat, and you must follow our Instagram. And then on our Instagram post where I'm explaining the giveaway, I'll go ahead and drop that in our chat below, or in our chats that you guys see and everything here. You're going to go ahead and you're going to make sure you put done under that video of me explaining the giveaway. So make sure you do that in order for you to get access to the giveaway. And in order for you to be in the draw, you must put done in that Instagram video. Alright guys, so without further ado guys, I'm ready to get this thing started. I'm excited to see what is popping with the what Pat has going on. I know he has some great information for you guys. I have some great information for you guys, and we're going to be going into that in just a second. But if you guys like what you hear today, if you guys like, what you're hearing from any of our streams, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions while we're going through the live stream, go ahead and throw that in the chat for me. We're going to make sure that we get those questions or anything that you guys want us to look at in the future. And also, I've said it before, but we're open to bringing some of you up on the show. If you guys would love to either share a testimony or you guys have some questions you want to get answered face to face with us, reach out to us either on Telegram, YouTube, Instagram, whatever it may be, and let us know if you want to hop on the show. Maybe you have some information that you would love to share out there. If it's something about meme coins, probably won't give you the opportunity, but if it's anything else but meme coins, I'm up for it. So without further ado, I'm going to pass this over to Pat, and he's going to, go ahead and explain to you, how his experience been. He's been in here since 2017. I've only been in here for about almost 2 years now. So he's been doing this for a while. He's seen the bull runs. He's seen the bear runs. He's seen what works and what's not working. So while he's going along and he's giving you guys information, please take notes while we're giving you this information. Do your due diligence, do your research, and don't just invest just because we say something. Do your research. If you like that and you like that project, you like that crypto, go ahead and invest in it. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Take profits when you see them if that's what you want to do. But we'll let you guys know when we're going to start taking out some profits. So if you guys have invested already, be patient. Let that ride. We're still in the bull run. Give it some time. By the end of this year, I'm sure by the end of this year and beginning of next year, we're going to start taking out some profits and doing some more things with NFTs as well. So I want to pass this over to Pat. He's going to take it from here. And we're going to get straight to it. Let's get it. Go ahead and take it over, Pat.
What's up? What's up, everyone? I just noticed that my screen was freezing again. So if you notice that, Jonah, just let me know. I don't know what has been going on with that lately. But market's moving up a little bit higher than we were. I think we're about another 100 billion up from Friday. The one thing, I don't know if you guys noticed my face when we started this. I've been trying to purchase NFTs and stuff like that lately. So I've been keeping an eye on the gas fees, and the gas fees right now are over 1,000. That is insane. So basically a transaction right now, they're saying on Etherscan is where you can get actual like price gauge of it. And right now it's going to cost about $150 if you would use a swap or anything with any kind of Ethereum based swap, NFT stuff. Hold off for a little bit. I've been just trying to get this stuff, but I definitely want to hold off on it now. That's insane. I've never seen it that high. And I just noticed that. That's why I was in a little bit of shock. But other than that, the market's doing pretty good. We were just saying Ethereum's jumping up again today. It's what, 3,300. Bitcoin's sitting at that 48.5. We were just touching 50. So I mean, right there, you're sitting on 1,500 coming back. But Bitcoin, it's going to make its move. Just give it its time. Right now, the market is acting crazy with these gas fees. I was trying to pull up an article. Somebody was telling me about something going on with that's causing these gas fees to be so high. So I'm trying to figure that out. And then from there, I'll be able to get my NFTs. And we got some stuff we're going to show you today because we got some cool little new projects that are popping off. And I'm still been looking these up over the weekend, so still getting familiar with them. But it's in more ways to make some money. And it's all NFT based, which is like, I was talking with my brother earlier, and like in 2017, it was what was called ICOs, so like initial coin offerings. Anything you could get early, you could make a fortune with right off the jump. Like pretty much anything you could buy, you can make money with early. This year, it seems like it's like that with NFTs. Like a lot of NFT projects, if you get in, the numbers are insane. I mean, stuff selling for 6 and 7 figures. So got a couple more I want to bring your guys' way, at least bring them to your attention. You guys can check them out. If you like them, can work with them. All right. So I noticed my screen froze again. So what I'm going to do is, though, I'm going to end up going, Jonah, do you want to do like a little analysis thing, or you just want to go like right into the news?
Yeah, real quick, I just want to kind of go over what the market is looking at real quick, and then we'll get straight to the news. So I'll be pretty quick. So I'll go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Be super, super quick with this one so we can get into the news. We got some exciting news for you guys today. As he said, the market cap right now is sitting at about 2.1 trillion. We've been steadily seeing Ethereum's dominance go up. It's sitting at about 18.5. I won't be surprised after they fix what's going on with the ETH, with the fees and everything. As you guys can see, the fees, it says 143. Usually those were sitting around like between 20 and 40. On a low scale. That would be nice, but right now it's pretty high, and I actually have some news for you guys explaining why that's happening. But Bitcoin is sitting at about 48,500. Ethereum sitting at about 33.35, which is really nice. Cardano sitting about $2.83. I really wanted to see that $3 mark on Cardano, but it's completely fine. I'm going to let that thing do its thing. I want to keep holding those. I staked mine specifically because of that, because I know that's going to be easily a $10 coin by the end of this year. Same thing with XRP once they uplift that case with the SEC. But just getting into some quick analysis with you guys. As you can see, Bitcoin right now, it's on a weekly time frame. I mean, we've been seeing some nice push ups. We're still holding that $29,000-$30,000 support level. I don't see it going below that, but if it does, again, I said I like to play both sides of the spectrum. If we do see it below 30, we're definitely going to be seeing a $20,000 to $19,000 Bitcoin. But ever since we saw that bottom out at 29 to 30, we've been seeing some nice push ups, and I think that $50,000 range is going to be broken. It's going to become a support. So, pay attention to these next couple weeks, these next 2 to 3 weeks. If we see the next 2 to 3 weeks break above 50 and hold above 50,000 is going to be a support level, meaning we're probably not going to see that come below, especially during this bull run. So I'm looking These next couple weeks, I'm looking to that $58,000 to $60,000 level. I'm looking for that level to be broken here in the next couple weeks or so. Those are just some, if you're starting to invest and you're a short-term investor and you want to start taking out some profits, look for 58 to 60,000 if you got in maybe around your $29,000 to $32,000 level. Start, maybe if you're a short-term investor, start looking at 58 to 60,000 for your profits. But yeah, that's basically all I really wanted to go over. It's pretty cool that Ethereum is kind of doing its thing right now. It's pushing while Bitcoin isn't pushing as hard. We're about to see Ethereum break its last high, which was around 33.75. Once that's broken, I told you guys we're gonna see 35.74, and then once it breaks that, we're gonna be seeing back up to its highest around 41 to 4,300 on Ethereum. So that is basically my analysis. Keep holding, keep investing. It's never too late. Don't think it's too late, because the people that thought Bitcoin was too high at 20,000 are sick right now. They're a little bit upset because they didn't get in. Even if they had to hold it for 3 to 4 years, they're still very, very profitable, especially if they have a whole Bitcoin. But yeah, that's all really the analysis I wanted to go into. Pat, did you want me to go ahead into my news while we're here?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool. So I'm going to get into my news real quick for you guys. Just a couple articles. I'm gonna touch base on Ethereum. This was a little statistic that I saw, was very, very interesting to me. Someone in the chat said I would hold those. Short term earns you less in the long run. I feel like, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's really upon you. It's all preference. If you're an individual that likes to hold their crypto short term, you like to flip, you like to be in and out, completely fine. I'm just giving you guys some targets that you guys can look for. But long term is yes. With investing into cryptocurrency, absolutely hold for a year and guarantee you're gonna see probably a 3 to 4x at least on your cryptocurrencies, especially the time that we're in right now. Pat was just telling me, we're in a time right now where you throw a dart on the board, you're gonna hit, and you're at least gonna double your investment within a couple months, if not by a year. And that's pretty good. 100% in a year, that's not normal in any type of investing. But with that understanding, guys, the very first article that I saw, Ethereum burns $432 million of ETH. Ether burned could buy 2,000 medium-sized homes. So, I mean, think about that, guys. Millions of dollars are being burned right now, and any time that supply is going to go down, basically price is going to go up, right? So that's just something I wanted you guys to take out of it. A lot of Ethereum is being burned. That means the price of Ethereum is going to go higher, right? It's going to go higher, right? But approximately 25 days ago, the Ethereum blockchain implemented the London hard fork, and a number of features were added to the rule set. One of the most anticipated changes was EIP 1559, which makes the crypto asset Ether deflationary by burning a fraction of coins. Since August 5th, over $432 million worth of Ether has been burned, and at the time of the writing, 136,606 ETH has been burned. And that was since August 5th. I mean, this was made 2 hours ago. I'm sure even more ETH has already been burned since then. So just understand, guys, Ethereum is deflationary, right? It's basically being burned every single minute, every single hour, every single day, every single week, every single month. So understand. Hey. And dog's going crazy. Sorry about that. She was getting excited about Ethereum being burned. Sorry about that, fam. But with that understanding, another news article that I found with Ether. Let me see, where is it at? Did I bring that up? Okay, boom. This was the news that basically was very basically making Ethereum with the high gas fees, right? So world's second leading crypto network, Ethereum, splits into two chains. right? The world's second largest cryptocurrency network in terms of market capitalization, Ethereum saw a chain split today as a software bug affected a large quantity of full nodes clients. In mid-August, developers discovered a vulnerability and distributed an update called Hades Gamma. I'm not sure what that means. To resolve the problem. However, a large number of full node clients did not leverage the patch and the network forked. Right? So I think this is reason why the fees are very high. There's just some type of bug going on with the network, and they're in the midst of fixing that. So think about this, right? We're looking at ETH right now. There's a problem with ETH and the fees, and look at it, it's already pumping. So think about what happens when it comes to about that they fix these problems. You know, the fork that happened ends up starting to work again, and the fees lower, and all these different projects on it are just thriving. Think about what the price is going to be, right? Think about what the price is going to be, and it's going to be pretty high. Like we've talked about before, pay attention these next couple months. What's going to be happening, because all these different projects, all these NFTs that we're going to be talking about are on the Ethereum blockchain. So just pay attention to that these next couple months. What's going to be happening with Ethereum? The next two, I got about two more. It more so involves NFTs. I was telling you guys, younger generations, they are very good with video games. They're very good with art. Right? That's just their generation, right? They're good with technology. So look at this. A 12-year-old Weird Whales NFT creator, I haven't even looked into this NFT yet, set to rake in $400,000 worth of Ether. A 12-year-old. A 12-year-old. Right? 12-year-old. The non-fungible token industry has taken the world by storm, and a number of artists are making 6 to 7 figures from NFT collections. One particular NFT creator is a 12-year-old Benjamin Ahmed from London, who curated a project called Weird Whales, an NFT collection that features 3,350 pixelated whales. After the project launched, the young software engineer raked in $350,000 worth of Ether. Isn't that crazy? Like, really think about that. Like, a 12-year-old, look at that, that's him right there. Like, a 12-year-old. Think about your little brother or little sister making some art and putting it on the internet, and it just sells for hundreds and thousands of dollars. Like, that's crazy to me. You know what I mean? Like, that's why we're actually going to be, touching base on NFTs today and diving deeper into it, is because of this 12-year-old making over $400,000 worth of ETH. That, if it goes to 10K, he's going to be up millions and millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Just because he made a pixelated whale, and put it on the internet. Really think about that. That's just crazy to me. Right? That's just crazy to me. Let me see. Another one. CryptoPunks. Right? We've talked about this one before. Write that down. CryptoPunks. It's actually the biggest NFT collection out there, if I'm not mistaken. But CryptoPunks NFT collection joins Axie Infinity and OpenSea by hitting $1 billion in sales. All of these little characters that they made, these are selling for hundreds and thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars. Right? On Saturday, August 28th, the non-fungible token project CryptoPunks crossed $1 billion in all-time sales. CryptoPunks joins the heavyweight NFT hitters Axie Infinity's $1.6 billion and OpenSea's $3.53 billion. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. CryptoPunks, guys, write that down. That's a big project. They were going for hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. Now they're going for hundreds and thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars of ETH. So understand, we're in the beginning stages. This is not even the peak. This is just the start of the NFT platform. I guarantee you, go down the street, you ask your friend, you ask your family member, hey, do you know what an NFT is? And we're like, what in the world is that? What in the world is that? Let's see. The last one I have for you guys, I know I haven't really brought up a lot of news on different countries, but just to keep you guys in the loop with what's going on in different countries. Buying Bitcoin and Ether just got easier in Honduras with cryptocurrency ATM. So Honduras is now having a current cryptocurrency ATMs. We already have these over here. If you go to your local grocery store, you go to your local gas station, you're most likely going to see a lot of these. I'm not gonna lie, I've been very interested in getting a couple of those, owning a couple Bitcoin machines, and just placing them in different places, different shops, different, where there's a lot of traffic. They got them in airports as well. Just because you can make a good amount of money owning these machines. But let's see. This is the first crypto ATM in the country. Honduras borders El Salvador, where Bitcoin is set to become a legal tender in a little over a week. So that's just all the news that I had for you guys. Going into some NFTs, going into different countries. I'm gonna actually pass this back off to Pat so he can go ahead and share with you guys what news articles he has for you. Pay attention to Ethereum these next couple weeks. Pay attention to the NFT platforms we already named and are going to name. CryptoPunks is one. Axie Infinity was another one I just explained. And pay attention to what's gonna be happening in different countries these next couple months as well. So I'm gonna pass this back off to Pat so he can go into his news. If you guys have any questions, I see you guys are active. I see you guys are pretty active in the chat. I love to see it. If you guys all could please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe while we're here. If you guys have any questions while we're going along, go ahead and throw that in the chat. But I appreciate you. Back to you, Pat. Let's get it.
All right. So that was some pretty good stuff. We let's see what 7-Eleven has them. Yeah, there's ATMs are pretty much everywhere. The coin machines, all of them now are kicking out Bitcoin. All right. So I have two quick articles. It's just showing you, even though you hear bad stuff, just watch what the big boys are doing. Morgan Stanley. So there was another company, like what is it I was telling my buddy and all to do. He can't really get crypto with his retirement money. So since he couldn't do that, I was telling him he should probably look into like Grayscale and that kind of stuff. And as you can see, that's where these big boys are going, because Grayscale is just buying Bitcoin. They're buying some of these digital assets, and you can kind of build a portfolio around them also. And so far it's done pretty good. So as you can see, they just did 240 million shares of Bitcoin Trust. So like I said, they maybe couldn't put that money straight into Bitcoin, but that's the way around it. And they're huge. Morgan Stanley is huge. And that was just Friday that they announced that. So then we come over to here over the weekend, 1.3 million Bitcoin got moved. So these whales are starting to move stuff. They were showing, I guess it was getting done in chunks of 21,000. It ended up being completely worth 60 billion. And one of the cool things, like where I was just talking to him about like these gas fees and just saying how expensive they are with this Ethereum stuff right now. There was on this article, it's showing moving $1 billion in Bitcoin is going to cost about $13 in fees for $1 billion transaction that can happen pretty much instantaneously. $13. A bank could never do something like that. So I just wanted to show you also, they're bringing the Bitcoin starting to move around. Moves are going to start happening. This market, you're going to see, it's going to get interesting. And that's all I want to give you guys on news, because I want to get back into these NFTs, and we'll probably touch base on one or two tokens. Jaron, is there anything you wanted to like go into before we get into the NFTs?
Nah, man, that's really it. While we're going along though, just please write these projects down. These are very, very big projects that we're looking into, that we've already gotten into. We've talked about in previous streams before. We've talked about NBA Top Shot. If you haven't heard about that, write that down. We've talked about Autograph.io. I'm sure we're going to touch base on that as well. But we're going to go into some new ones that we see that if not already, but are going to be more lucrative than the ones we've already explained. Might cost you a little bit more money, but it's going to make you a lot more money than a lot of these NFTs. And that's just doing research. So please write the ones that we talk about down today so you guys can look into it and you guys can start profiting off of these NFTs. But other than that, man, I don't really have anything else. Maybe at the end we can go over a couple coins. If you guys have any questions while we're going along, please don't be scared to ask them. If you need to look and you can't find the like button, exit out of that live chat, hit the X, and then click the little thumbs up or the thumbs down, whatever you think is best for you, and then you can go right back into the live chat. Just click that live chat, and then you're back in. And make sure you guys are subscribed as well. We drop a lot of this NFT, crypto news, all this stuff on a daily, guys. So we're gonna be dropping a lot more videos. I know the last couple weeks we haven't. I'd say the last 2 weeks we haven't been as active. That's on us. We've been very busy. We had a lot of other responsibilities we had to take care of, but we're good, man. You can go ahead and get into. I can, we can go back and forth with them as you go along, but you can just share your screen for now, and we'll go from there. But yeah, go ahead and take it over.
So yeah, the X's last article I didn't pull up because this is just back on them fees on Ethereum. So as you can see, like last week on Uniswap, up to 400 in a fee, up to 1,000 on OpenSeas. It's been crazy. But like he said, it's mainly because you got these guys that are running their own nodes, and they haven't upgraded. And that's what they're saying is causing this issue right now, these like spike of fees. But all right, so let's get into, let me go to OpenSea. All right, so OpenSea is another platform to buy NFTs. Over here, we're going to pull up some rankings just so you guys can see. This is what he was talking about, CryptoPunk. So the biggest one, as you can see in volume, it moves 106,000 Ethereum. I mean, that's pretty impressive. The ones that CryptoPunks, like I said, I don't think you can get one for under $150,000 right now. They're very, very, very expensive. They're a set of 10,000, and they're just like little digital art. And like right here on OpenSea where you can see the prices, all that kind of stuff. And this is what you're buying. Like this guy right here, it just sold for 26 Ethereum. So as you can see, some of this stuff can be lucrative, very, very lucrative. I'm sure when these things were being bought in the beginning, they weren't even a Ethereum. And now they're worth a fortune. So this has been happening a lot with these NFTs, the artwork ones. And like I said in the last video, I'm more into like sports and all. So one of the ones that we're going to bring up is going to be sports. And then the other one, I'm like half tempted. I'm like on the fence. I might make a purchase of like, I might buy this one. It's called the Lazy Lions that came out. And this is what these guys look like. They're just lions, all different. It's another one that has 10,000. And as you can see, most of these are average going for like, these are all being bid on, but none of them will go this cheap. They're pretty much now sitting at like close to an Ethereum a piece. They've only been out for a few days. So like, I'm like, the only reason I haven't purchased one yet is because of how high the fees are with the gas fees. So transferring my stuff has been crazy. But this is one I'm going to look at. I might actually like take a little gamble on and purchase one of these for like an Ethereum and see what happens with that.
Real quick, while we're here, could you show them like the previous price that someone bought it for? Just it doesn't matter. You can go to like
one that just sold.
Yeah, one that sold like when they first got it and what they sold it for, just so you can show them the profit margin. How crazy that is.
Yeah, let me find. All right, let's see. Like, where is the down here? All right, I mean, you can just see right here. Once it was minted, 0.17, then it sold for 0.35. This is all within 2 days. 0.17, 0.35, 0.43. 0.8, 0.99. So in a matter of, actually you just sold that 5 minutes ago while we were watching this, pretty much while we were just looking at this. So this guy just made basically 0.2 of an Ethereum in a day. That's not too bad. That's over $600-$700 he made in a day off of this. and that's why I might purchase mine.
And the thing is, what was the very first? What was the very first transaction? Can you go back down to that?
0.175.
That's not even a quarter of an ETH that you're getting for now a whole Ethereum.
Yeah, so it's basically like that's probably $500, $600, somewhere between there. And now in a day, if he would have held that and sold it and relisted it, he could have got a full Ethereum off of it. And that's why I'm like contemplating even buying one at a full Ethereum, because then these things, some of them are already like 10, 20 Ethereum, some of these other ones. So I might purchase one.
We
I'll let
saw
you guys
one.
know how it goes.
We saw one
Um,
going for like 90 Ethereum. Remember that?
yeah, well, you can also there should be a way to highest last sale. 222 Ethereum this one sold for. This is a 101 though, but it sold for, that's the current price. Wait a minute, is that what it's? Let me see something. He's asking that for it right now. So that is an insane price. But it already has sold for 17 Ethereum. So this thing has already been paid for over what, $60,000 for it.
For
It's
a
insane.
lion. For a lion.
And now they want $750,000 for it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get me a lion. I just don't know which one I'm gonna get. But yeah, these are like the super rares and stuff. They have all different, and depending on what feature you have, you click on and it'll tell you how rare certain parts of it are. But that's just another little project. And then, do you want me to just go into Zed now?
Yeah, go ahead into Zed. That's another one that we found. Zed, they're basically like horse racing. So if you guys are interested or have been interested in race horsing, this one's gonna be cool. We just found this yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, we just found this yesterday. Um, it's a pretty cool one. You can make a lot of money, but I'll go ahead and let Pat, because he's an expert of horse racing, since he's got a whole bunch of horses in his basement. He just collects them, just puts them in a what's it called, a stable, and just keeps them down there.
Yeah, right. No, my family's been into like horses for a while, so this one like definitely piqued my interest. So what this is like me. I was showing Jonah the Lions, and then we were checking out the rankings, like where they were, and then he asked me if I heard of this, and I clicked on it, and I was like, I just don't want a picture of a horse or whatever, because they all look the same. But then I come to find out these are pretty wild. You buy these, and like they come from different breedings, so they'll be priced different. But you can take these horses and like actually race them. So you'll put them into like these races. So if you ever watch like at the, say like the liquor store or stuff like that, or how the lottery has that racetrack game, it kind of is something like that. Actually, I can probably, let's see if there's a live one going on. And like these people, like, yeah, so this is what it's going to look like. These people are racing their horses, and they're doing this for money right now. Right now, this pool's not a big one. It's only $24. But all they're doing is racing their horse. They win the race, they'll probably win like 16, $18. And there was probably a $3 or $4 entry fee. So it's like a gambling version. And then what happens is, like, the better your horse is, you can breed them. Then when you breed them, you can either race them because you create your own stable, or you can sell those horses. So like the guy I was watching this video on, he's like basically said you buy like a male, then you buy a couple females, you breed them. You're allowed to breed every single month. He was saying within 3 months you should be able to get all your money back. He said it would cost somewhere between like $600-700 to do that the right way with decent horses. And then, like I said, you can actually enter these things in races. You can gamble with them. You can sell them. And this market's actually big. It's like, I want to say it's like on the top 30 of on the entire OpenSea's platform. So you can come up to this marketplace and like this is what you're buying. But as you can see, like the trade volume's big on these. They're a lot bigger than like where the lions are and all that. And these are your prices. You can get them as cheap as like 0.05 of an Ethereum. So some of these you can get in for like 150 bucks. And then, like I said, you can actually race these things, stick them in races, and you get paid money. So it's kind of neat. I'm still learning how to figure out which ones to buy and what races to put them in and stuff like that. But this is just another platform that I wanted to show you it's money. It's in a digital world. And what's cool about this, if any of you have checked out Decentraland, so we talked about that before when we were talking about the virtual worlds. So Decentraland's like a whole nother virtual world. And in Decentraland, there's already like a casino that you can go play, gamble, and you can earn money off of that also. Well, I found out that this platform partnered with Decentraland. So like this racetrack for this so-called for this, I don't think this is a token yet. So you can just buy the NFTs, but this will be in Decentraland. So what that means is when people are just wandering through like in regular life, but in the digital world, and they go to pass, they might want to go to the racetrack and they'll come bet in on your horses and stuff like that. And then you're going to make money off of all this kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool. It's a whole digital world. This is just another one, like I said, I wanted to show you that I've already purchased one last night. I got my first horse. And then let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get me a horse sometime this week too myself.
Oh, my wallet's not linked. See, I don't get this thing. It always says my wallet's not linked, and it's linked. All right. Well, I'll pull that up another time. But you saw what the horses look like. Mine basically is like an ice blue one. So I'm gonna get that thing probably running like soon, hopefully. And figure that out. And then I will make like if it ends up being like good because where I'm making some money, like if this guy's for real and you can make what he's saying, if he says you're making back your profit in like close to 3 months. And like I said, he was saying the expense would be right around 700 bucks. So you figure off of just that number, he's talking, these things should do about $2,800 a year off your $700 investment. And the way he was talking is that's just like your sales from breeding and your sales from winning races and all. You're still building your stable. So every month, if you had like 3 females, you can have 3 horses. If you just sell one of them and all 2 of them and you keep that stable, you're still going to keep all your original assets. So you'll have all those original NFTs that you started with from your $700, plus any that you keep from breeding. Plus, you get to sell and race with all of them. So as your stable gets bigger, if you can, I would only think if you can do $700, recoup your money in 3 months. If you keep doubling in, that number is only going to keep growing. So, I mean, like that term, the potential is endless. The only thing where he was saying it can get saturated is if everybody keeps breeding and breeding and breeding. That's where you're going to have to look for horses that aren't bred yet, that are original ones, since we're still early in this. So that's another reason to bring it. It's only been out for a couple months. And if this takes off, like I said, but since they partnered with, and actually didn't, I'm pretty sure today on their news, this also partnered with NASCAR. I don't know what it has to do with NASCAR, but this company partnered with NASCAR, this beta's end. So I don't know if next thing you know, they have horse track right now. Next thing you know, this company we might see the actual NASCAR race tracks that they'll put all over the Decentraland, and then we'll be able to buy those cars as NFTs. And if you're into race cars, that kind of stuff, it's a whole nother game. So these NFT projects, like we said, they're endless. Like anything that you're into. I'm new to NFTs on OpenSea, the platform to go. So you can go, it depends on what what NFT you're looking for. There's multiple platforms. The easiest way to show you that, you'll go to CoinMarketCap, where we always show you. This is where we check all of our tokens and all. Once you're on here, if you just scroll over to this NFT right here, and anything that is on any token that you see under this NFT tab is where you can purchase NFTs. So they're going to be totally. OpenSea is a huge one. That's a very, very big one. There's also, depending on like what you're into, if you've been following us, where we talked about like the NBA and all, they're on a different platform. So a lot of them are on different platforms. So it's more or less, you want to figure out what kind of project you want to work with, because like we said, there's games that you can actually play games and earn, but you're going to buy NFT characters and that kind of stuff. There's going to be artwork NFTs that you can buy. There is, I mean, almost anything. Experiences can be NFTs. So you almost need to figure out like what you're into, because it's that broad. And from there, just type in, like, if you're into, say, like for NBA Top Shots, if you were into basketball and you typed in basketball or NBA NFTs, Top Shot's going to pull up. So like whatever you're into, artwork, top NFT artworks, you'll see pop up. Do some research and try to see if it's something you're into. But these are very, very hot right now. NFTs are like, they're on fire. As you can see, this stuff is exploding. So some of it is costly. You know what I mean? Like, to pay for one of these little lions and spend $3,300 for it is decent amount of money, considering I don't even buy that kind of art at my house. I've never bought a $3,300 piece of art in my life. But I'll probably grab this NFT just because I see these other ones going for 20, 10, 20, 30, 40 Ethereum. And if I can get even close to that, or even a double up, I'm not even going to be greedy. I'm going to list mine and get some quick money and put that into my cryptos, or just go buy 2 more of these lines and then sell them for 4 and just keep doubling up while it's available. But you can do that with these NFTs. And we were talking last video that they're going to start having it where, depending on what kind of asset you have, you'll be able to rent them and stuff like that. So if you have weapons for games, stuff like that, you'll be able to put it on a rental market where you never even lose your asset and you're still getting paid on it. So there's going to be plenty of ways to make money. Like we also said, so like Theta, we always talked about, that's almost like a YouTube thing. You can get paid to stream like we're doing now, and to people watch streamers and stuff like that. There's lots of ways. So don't necessarily, OpenSea is a great one just to see what they have, just because it's very broad. And they have kind of, they're massive. You can just go down and kind of see anything and everything. But there's a lot of these. So NFTs are going to be huge. That's why we talk about them so much. You're going to hear about them nonstop, probably for the next 5-10 years. But grab a couple if you have the money to take a risk with some of these. Like I said, so far a lot of them don't even look like they've been too much of a risk, as we showed you. So you just don't want to do the fly by night. You will find some that are going to pop up. But look, who in the hell would have thought on that article he just showed us? If I told you my 12-year-old nephew drew a bunch of whales, I'm gonna list them as NFTs. I'm going to be lucky if I'll tell my nephew, look, we'll list them for $1. Let's hope you can sell them, something like that. To tell me this kid's now is going to be a millionaire and all this, like, it can happen. If a 12-year-old can figure this out, we can figure this out. Like, and it's so broad. Like I said, you just got to kind of narrow down to something that you can keep, like I do. I'm doing this horse one just because I'm into that game. I like horses. I like sports, like I said last time. So that's something that I have no issue just watching YouTube videos on it. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to figure out how these people are making money with this. What's the best platform? And then I'm going to go after it and attack it. And that's kind of what I do with cryptos. And like I said, not that I'm laying off cryptos, because cryptos are about to just, I feel, blow up in the next couple months, like blow up. But these are blowing up. If a crypto is going to do a 2 to a 10x, these things are doing like 5 to 50x's right now. So I'm going to play both sides. But a lot less experienced in NFTs. They're a lot newer. And that being said, we are all pretty like new into this. So this is definitely a good time to educate yourself, get familiar with it. NFTs, non-fungible token, and explore the world. It's going to be a digital world. Check out Decentraland. The code for that is MANA, M-A-N-A. Check out their website. It's pretty cool. It's like a virtual world. You'll walk through. You can take a tour, and it's pretty amazing how this like digital world is built. And you can buy real estate, and people are paying thousands of dollars for blank pieces of digital land. I mean, some of it costs more than real life prices. It's pretty wild. What else do we got? I think we're good. Cool. All right, Journey, you got anything else?
No, man, that's really it. That's all I can think of right now. Did you want to go into maybe a touch base on a couple coins real quick while we're here? Did you want to do that?
Yeah, let's see. Actually, you know what we should do? And you definitely got me this week because mine dropped big time. I guess we need to go over do you want to go over the tokens or you want to do that on the next video? Like I know we're gonna pick our videos next. Do you want to go over last week's or you'll do that on the other video? Because mine are horrible. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah. So let me just pull mine up real quick. So as you saw, I was up even higher 2 days after I picked this than I am right now. I was up 40%. And here's what happened though. I ended up I thought audio, that was the one that just partnered with TikTok. That token will go up. There's no, it just, I bought it at the top, which when you buy at the top is when it can come down. Only reason I don't usually mind when I do that, I don't get super upset. I know I can always buy more when it's lower and cost average it. And I also know with cryptos, if I don't sell that thing, I didn't lose no money and it will go back up. It always, not always, but majority of them do, at least the ones that we've been investing in. So as you can see, that one right there cost me $34. So I'm down on that. The other one, I'm up 22 on Bitcoin. I didn't have a ton into that. Energy Web, I mean, that had that huge surge. So that one had to correct. I mean, that thing went from like $6 up to 16 right away and then dropped back down. So it's still doing good. If you ended up having, if you grab these in week one, as you can see, so my week ones, I'm up 32%, 31%, and then I'm way down to like 6% on this one. But even week one, that was where I was like called out Energy Web on that one. And at that token, at that time, average price was only $6.50. So I'm confident in all of these. Like come November, when we do this, and we're going to go over like week 3, 4, 5, it'll just be interesting to see if any of you guys grabbed any of these tokens that we called out between me and him, because we've been getting some pretty good ones. And if any of you get the right match, I mean, you could have a killer portfolio. Like I wouldn't be shocked come October, November, all these will probably be over $2,000, $3,000, which means we're only in what? We're pretty much in September. So in 2-3 months, you'll see pretty much a double up on the majority of these. And that's the way this market's going to go, and it's going to go fast. So mine definitely wasn't too hot. I will have some new tokens out for later on today. We do this every Monday. So what happens, we do our live stream, then we pop on another separate video we'll do later on, and we will just upload that. It'll be real quick, 5 minutes. You can check mine out, you check his out, do some research, have a little fun with it. You guys can also do this. Just join CoinMarketCap, sign up. We talked about collecting these little diamonds. They're free every day you come back. It's a loyalty program. You can get free stuff. But you just hit this portfolio button once you have an account. You can set one up just like this. You add a new, and you can actually play. Say you have like $500 and it's your very first week that you're watching these videos and you don't know what you're doing and you're nervous. Take $500, put it into this fake account, make a fake account like we have here, and then go watch a couple of our videos, do a little bit of research, and you make your own like portfolio. I wouldn't do too many coins unless you got a ton of money you're gonna play with. But as you see, when we do like 1,000, we usually run off like anywhere from 3 to 5 tokens. Stick with something like that, and you'll just see what's working for you and what's not. And I would suggest, like I said, if you're nervous to pull the trigger or whatever on these, especially when you see this up, down, up, down, up, down, try it this way. That way, if it goes down, you'll thank yourself for doing it this way. Problem is, when you see it go up, like I said, like 40% in a week, you'll say, damn, I could have had real money if I did this. But that's all part of the learning process. And like from the beginning, we're not financial advisors. We're just sharing what we know right now. All right, so let me see what you have for me. Let me stop sharing. He can pop his up. Go for it.
Cool. Yeah, let me go ahead and pull mine up for you guys while we're here. Let's see here. All right, cool. So, with that understanding, his was pretty good. Mine are doing decent. Last week's not really doing anything too much. I'm up, but I'm not really up too much. Only up like $20 from previous week. So up maybe like what is that? Not even 10%. Pretty decent. My picks from last week.
Up is up.
Say again.
I said up is up.
Facts. Up is up.
That's meaning red.
Right. Absolutely. So you already know I had to pick my Ethereum last week. So that was one that I had, Ethereum. That one's up about $27. Theta was another one that we've talked about before. That one is down about 3%. IoTex was another one that I've recently kind of learned about. That one's down about 1%. Dentcoin, that one actually was up, and I think it came back down recently. And then Chainlink, that one's down about 2% from the previous week. But as you can see before, I mean, the last 2 weeks that we did, week 1, I'm up about almost 45%. Second week, that was about 2 weeks ago. That one's up about almost 40%, and then this week, about up a little, not too much, but as you can see, guys, we're up on these weeks. I mean, if you threw in $100 on each one, we're averaging about 4 or 5 coins per call out. You would be up 40-50%. Even if you did a $500 investment, you're gonna be up another 250.
Hell yeah.
So that's pretty good when you look in terms.
That's great.
Yeah, in a month, not even a month.
That's like some of it, like I said, like some of the ones you called, not called, like literally, because the days we call and we hear that crazy news, within 24 to 48 hours, you're getting those kind of returns.
Exactly. But, like I said, only coins that I would really per se keep a lookout on is Ethereum. Pay attention to the gas fees. The gas fees should be going down once they fix that little bug going on. Another one to really pay attention to. I mean, if you're brand new, honestly, I would just stick to your top 20 to 30 coins. But yeah, I would honestly pay attention to XRP as well. I think I said that last Friday. Pay attention to that coin because this little SEC case is going to be a brush off for them from what I understand. And then Cardano, that one's been pumping for the last couple weeks. Pay attention to those. So Ethereum, Cardano, and XRP are the coins that I specifically say pay attention to. And I think, Pat, you said Unibright, right? You said a lot of people have been talking about Unibright.
Yeah, I haven't been able to I didn't get my chance to get any of those yet, but no, that's one that's been talked a lot about, and it's still pretty affordable. I think it's like they were saying it should be right around like $3. When we were looking at it, I know I brought this token up in a couple of videos ago. And it was sitting right a little over $1, somewhere like $1.20 to $1.40. And now it's already up at $3. It only has 150 million. So I mean, at $3, it's still not too bad. Considering it's also, I mean, it just started pumping this year, but I mean, it's at the highest it's ever been. But it also is bringing in steadily news. It's bringing more and more news all the time. So that's one that, same as Energy Web, how when we called that off at $6, then at $10, and it shot up to the 16, and then it made a correction. This is kind of the same thing. Like in the past week, all the big YouTubers are starting to talk about this token. So when you hear, like I said, those kind of projects and the big guys are all talking about it in the news, pay attention to that stuff. So this is another one, like I said, I haven't had much chance to get any. And that's also because it's on the swaps. That's the only places you can get these right now. And if you use the swaps, you've got to pay the fees. So if you can't, like, it's not worth, even at like $1.50. Like normally something like this, if there's a bunch of tokens, I'm gonna grab at least 100 to 1,000 of them at a time. But if I was only gonna buy 100 of these and spend only $150, I don't want to pay $100 on the fee on top of that. And that's what the case is right now. So I've been trying to basically deal with NFTs when I can, that aren't crazy feed, and then also stuff that's on the exchanges. You won't have to pay these. So like, that's what I've been sticking with. And most of the tokens we've been talking about, like Cardano and all, they've been doing so well lately, like, and they're so easy to get that you're just as good picking up those for real. But yeah, that's it. Union Bright, that's definitely a big one. I mean, we're talking, that's what number? Where are we at? 132. It's not even a top 100 yet. So that one still has plenty of room to grow also. Anything else you want to hit?
That's it for me, man. What are we at? We're about 56 minutes. I say we can end it there. I don't really have too much other than, if you heard anything and you guys are interested in anything that you heard, if you have any questions about anything, you can, when you see this video, you can drop it in the chat, or you can just reach out to us directly if you need help with anything, NFTs, crypto, anything like that. If you are new and you've never invested into cryptocurrency, reach out to me. I can send you a link to where you can get $10 of Bitcoin for free, just with me referring you, more so to Coinbase or Binance, whichever, depending on what you're trying to get. But that is really it. I feel like did you have anything that you wanted to add before we head out of here?
Nah, except for, like you said, if anybody ever wants to come on and basically like get on here live with us, we're glad to have that. We got that giveaway coming up. I know he's touch base on that. Make sure you hit likes for this video if you enjoyed it, got something out of it, and we would love to hear any kind of success story. Like, even if it's not real big or whatever, send it to us. Hit us on the Instagram. You can, any way you can message us. We'd love to hear that kind of thing. Or if you heard of any new projects or any new NFTs coming out, because like I said, they're coming out every day, so it's impossible for us to stay on top of everything. That's where we could use your help a little bit also. But now, other than that, thank you guys, and Jonah can close us out like usual.
Yep. Appreciate you guys. That is another episode of Crypto Cliff Notes. We'll be back here on Friday at 4 p.m. If anything changes, we'll let you guys know in the chats. But if you guys have any questions and you need anything, just reach out to us directly like he said. But again, that is another episode of Crypto Cliff Notes. We'll see you guys at the top, because you guys know the rest. The bottom has no Bitcoin and it's too crowded. Love you guys. Peace.
See.